Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Mad Army video. This is a promo for Davis King that I'll be doing the voice of. It is in light of the Royal Rumble of Season 6, and I hope you all enjoy. Let me know what you think down below. Every day, I've been waiting for this moment. I have been waiting for this moment. See, all of you might not have been. Because I see the comments, I see the rejection of me winning the Rumble. You all never wanted me to win the Rumble. But you completely deserve to feel that way. It is your opinion. You are entitled to it. As far as my personal feelings, I have never been more happy. I have been the most rejected man in this company outside of several other names. Several other people have been rejected harsher than me, but I have been rejected not by just you, but by the heads of this company. See, there's a glass ceiling for anybody that's not in the know. And no, this isn't a CM Punk promo of old. But make no mistake about it, I was on my way to the top. I was never the best performer. I have no matches to speak of that are absolutely iconic classics like my brother, Matt King, Class Par, Harvey, Colt Lee, and so many more. Kevin Draco, Blake Daniels, and many more. They all have championships and matches to forever immortalize them. And yeah, I've had championships, make no mistake about it, but I have been a forgotten back player because that's all I am. It is all I've been seen as. I have been in a literal shadow of not just my older brother, but everything I do, because I have sat on myself with these black and white colors of Bullet Club. I am nothing more than what this shirt says. I've been in second fiddle my whole career. Maybe that's why I've been rejected. Because I've been a literal second fiddle to everybody. I've never found an identity for my own. For myself. And I was world champion back in season 2. And I lost it at that Royal Rumble to Kevin Owens. And then Galerto cashed in on him. And I never reached the top of the mountain again. I held it for 4 episodes. And then in season 3, I was bumped around and chucked around. I had a miserable season 2 match with Yuri Yamashita and Class Par, where we all looked terrible. You know, Class Par, he gets to stay up on the roster. Yuri Yamashita gets pushed. Class Par gets pushed to world. Both get world titles in season 3, and then I get handed nothing but dirt. I jobbed everybody. Then I get demoted down to NXT again because they told me, you're not good enough. You're not entertaining, you're not interesting. Because I've had no quality matches. I had to work my way. And you wonder why I joined Bullet Club. It's because it was the only way to save my career. To don these black and white colors. Because I was valued as useless and meaningless. See, guys like me and Ross Young, several others, like Max Weber, viewed as mid-carders. I'm not viewed as interesting anymore. People just take pity on us on the occasion. Adrian Galerto. We're saddled in the mid-card, and everybody just says, oh, I like these guys. But they're not really world champions. But when we win the world titles, or we win the big matches, you go, meh, they're not really good wrestlers. They didn't really have a good match there. Or so they're not really interesting. You write us off. Why do you think Adrian Gallardo has only had one world title reign? Because you guys don't beg for him to win a world title. See, that's what I'm talking about, a glass ceiling. It will only be achieved. You only get past this glass ceiling unless you all cheer. The more fan support you get, the more money you make. The more opportunities you're afforded. That's why Class Par, Blake Daniels, Kevin Draco are afforded world title match after world title match after world title match. That's why guys like me get no support, get demoted, and have to regulate themselves to a Class B act in a faction. That's why guys like Alex Carter, a talented performer, make no mistake about it, is forced to be stuck in NXT. He should be a mid-card wrestler on the main roster at this point, on his way to world title gold. But nobody wants him as champion. None of you want him as champion. That's the difference. You all decide who's the man. So I stand in spite of those people that never wanted me to achieve anything. Because just because you don't want it doesn't mean I don't want it. I've wanted this since day one. I have wanted the world title scene for a long, long time. And guess what? I have never been valued or viewed as a main event talent. Because none of you saw me as that. You all were stuck around, ooh, Class Par, ooh, Matt King, my brother. He is the epitome of everything, and that is the problem. That is one problem out of many for me. He's the franchise, instantly loved by all. The man that just oozes talent. He's the face. And when he goes, everything's going to change, right? But when I go, nobody's going to give a damn. And that's the problem. It's because I'm in his shadow. Not just his shadow, but everybody's shadow. Forgotten. Because I don't put on classic matches. Because I'm not iconic like all your wrestlers who've been afforded countless opportunities. What do you think a guy like Cole Lee gets to demand matches against Armstrong, which is rumored backstage? Why do you think Harvey gets to just demand matches against whoever he chooses? Because they're money. Because they've been afforded the opportunity to become iconic. Count how many matches I've had for the world title. Count how many matches I've had gifted to me. And then count them. How many matches have they been afforded? How many more matches have they been gifted? And really, people who worship Blake Daniels and Class Par in the Rumble, who boo me because their wrestlers didn't make it as the winner of the Royal Rumble, the main event of WrestleMania. You know, Class Par, the guy that oozes aura, a pulverizing man who has showcased his abilities, put on classic matches, wants it to be a wrap-up at WrestleMania in the main event. A guy who doesn't need it. And yeah, you could sit here and say, but you don't need it. You're old and washed up. That's the problem. See, I have nothing to call my own because I have been a second-rate person for so long that everybody has forgotten me. And then when I win, everyone just goes, meh. Or, oh, I hope he loses. Oh, he's not good enough. I've hated him since the first day he stepped in. He's not good enough. That's what I'm talking about. None of you like to put stock into me. None of you like to think of me as higher than what you view me as. So when I get an opportunity to become greater, you put me down. You don't keep an open mind. You shut me down and want to send me back to the mid-card, pat me on the head, give me a cookie, and say, good job, now leave and never come back. Ungrateful and unappreciative. What have I been working for my whole career? What have I been working on since I got demoted in NXT when management told me I was never good enough? And I never expected anybody to be with me. Why do you think I joined Bullet Club? It wasn't just because I had no choice. It's because all you rejected me. I had to survive as a second rate. And Arlington gave me hope. He said, you know what? I believe in you. That's why I supported him in Bullet Club. And you know what? Scott Cole. I never thought a man could hog the spotlight for so long. But you know what? Props to him. He has been the longest world champion in Universe Mode history. And how apropos, whatever, how do you pronounce it? How ironic, we should say. You reject James Arlington, my former leader last season, and then he fights Armstrong, and all of you hope he loses, and then when he loses, all of you cheer, and then he goes out on injury, you all cheer. He comes back, costs Scott Cole the title, and you all boo him. Then Scott Cole wins it back, and you all boo Arlington and hope he never gets a world title opportunity. Then finally, he goes to the Royal Rumble, and all of you cheer him. Because, oh, well, we just like him now. Because anybody but Scott Cole at this point, but not Davis King. Anybody to beat Scott Cole, but not Davis King. Or, that's under the assumption I would choose my leader. Because Scott Cole put me down and said that because I cashed in on him, because Bray Wyatt manipulated me and showed me what is before me. When he made me cash in on him, I have never felt more alive. Despite failing, I realized what I had to do when Scott Cole told me that I wouldn't be back in the fold unless I won the Rumble. I knew in the bottom of my heart I had to win the Rumble. Not just to prove to Bullet Club, no, that's minuscule at this point. It is to prove to myself that I can do it without these colors despite wearing them. I wore them out of faith to my leader. For me, this is a step in the right direction. Because no matter if I choose Shinsuke Nakamura, the WWE champion, or Scott Cole, it is to prove to myself, not to you, because you guys have rejected me for an eternity. It's to prove to myself that I am not just a shadow to everything, and to try to put on one match to define my career. None of you want me to have that standout match. None of you want me to stand out. You guys just want me to fade away for good and to never come back. And that's heartbreaking to me. And I know that I probably didn't get any support from this. I'm willing to bet all of you will turn on me even more and reject the notion of me even looking at the world title scene ever again, or even let alone main eventing WrestleMania. You guys will probably turn on me and hope that I never win, and I hope that I get beaten down and forced to retire after what I said gets publicized. Because let's be honest, if I lose, it's all I am. Just a shadow. shadow to everybody. And it will just prove to all of you what I already know. Is that you win. You get exactly what you want. You don't want a certain guy to try to break the mold and you tell him no. You beat him to his knees and you tell him no. That's what you're doing. You're trying to beat me to my knees. I don't know who I'm going to choose right now. But I know one thing. I don't want to stop trying. And I'm not going to win you guys over by trying to play to you as the typical baby face. Now that's Matt. That's my brother. He'll win you over in a heartbeat because he's the man. Now there's no way for me to win you over by me talking to you like I'm some sympathetic baby face. I'm a shadow and I know it. And I'm trying to prove that I can step into the light and be the man. With or without your support. I'm sure the rest of the card will be great. All you guys get your iconic matches. And then everybody will crap dump this main event. And hate on me online that I can't wrestle. And that I don't have what it takes to ever be a Hall of Famer. I'm just trying to prove to myself that I'm more than these colors, more than the bang of Bullet Club. Maybe it's time I stop wearing them. Maybe it's time on this road to WrestleMania that I tried to find myself. I hope all of you at least understood or take the time to listen to this. Even if you hate it. Even if you boo me after this. Hope you all at least take the time to listen and understand. Thank you for the time. And I'll see you all on Raw, hopefully. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Davis King promo. I went 17 minutes. Went pretty long there, and I do apologize for anybody that clicks on it and goes, holy crap, this is really long. But nevertheless, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. For those that do, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I wanted to do a promo. In light of it, I'm still booking everything on the road to WrestleMania, but I wanted to do something in light of kind of the mixed reaction. If it wins you over, I'd be impressed. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching, and as always, Pseudo Mad Army, I will see you all, hopefully, on the road to WrestleMania, Season 6. Thank you all so much, and as always, Pseudo Mad Army.